In this video, we're diving into a very important topic that affects many families: screen addiction. We'll explore the signs of screen addiction in teens and offer practical strategies to help manage their screen time use. Screens or technology have obviously become a huge part of our lives, especially for teens. And while it can be a great way to stay connected and entertained, it can also lead to addiction. But how do you know if your teen is addicted to screens? Well, before we dive into signs of addiction, it's important to distinguish between overusing screens and being addicted to screens. Both can be concerning, but they have distinct differences that are important to recognize. So let's take a look at some of those key differences. First would be frequency versus dependence. Overuse typically means spending a lot of time on screens, usually at the expense of other activities. However, the person can still put down their phone and engage in other tasks when required. Addiction, on the other hand, involves psychological dependence. The person might feel very distressed or anxious if they can't access screens, and that indicates a deeper issue. The second difference would be control versus compulsion. With overuse, the teen might simply enjoy spending time on screens. They can control their usage when they need to focus on other activities, but they just like it. Addiction is characterized by a lack of control. Despite wanting to cut down, the person feels compelled to check their phone frequently, often to the detriment of their daily life, which is the third point: impact on daily life. Overuse might occasionally interfere with responsibilities, but the person is generally able to manage and keep up with their daily tasks and obligations. Addiction significantly impacts daily life, causing the person to consistently neglect important activities like homework, social interactions, even personal care or personal hygiene. The fourth difference would be emotional reactions. Someone who overuses screens might feel annoyed or bored without it, but they can still find other activities to engage in. In contrast, someone who is addicted to screens might experience intense emotions like anxiety, irritability, or even depression when they're unable to use them. Now, let's get into the signs that might indicate your teen is struggling with a screens addiction. The first sign would be preoccupation with screens. One of the first signs to look out for is if your teen seems preoccupied and is checking their screen or phone constantly. This can be a red flag if they always need to be online. Your teen might check their phone multiple times in an hour, even during inappropriate settings like during meals or conversations or doing homework or at school. If you notice that your teen is glued to their phone and constantly scrolling through their screen feeds, it might be a sign of this preoccupation, especially if they are distracted or disinterested in offline activities. Withdrawal symptoms could be the second sign. If your teen is becoming irritable or anxious when they can't use their screens, this could also be a red flag. Withdrawal symptoms can include mood swings, irritability, anxiety, even depression when they're unable to access their screens. So, if it seems like your teen cannot function without screens when they're taken away, this could definitely be an indicator of withdrawal. A third sign would be increasing usage. So, if you notice that your teen's screen time is increasing and they spend a lot more time online, that might start indicating a problem. And you can track changes in their screen time habits. And if you see significant increases over a short period of time, that could be a sign of something developing. A way you can do that is by checking the screen time reports on their phone. And if you see a steady increase in the hours spent on a specific app, that could definitely be a warning sign to look out for. A fourth symptom would be neglecting responsibilities. Are they neglecting responsibilities like homework or chores because they are too focused on screens? When screen use interferes with daily responsibilities and tasks, it's a clear sign that there's something wrong. There's a problematic behavior here because they're not functioning normally. If your teen is skipping homework, chores, or even meals to make it time for being online, it's time to address an issue. Notice if their grades are dropping or if they're missing deadlines because of screens as well. A fifth symptom would be escapism. If your teen uses screens to escape from real life problems or emotions, it could be a coping mechanism that's becoming unhealthy. Screens can be an escape from reality for teens. They might feel more in control or accepted than they do offline. So, if your teen turns to screens whenever they're stressed, upset, or bored instead of dealing with their emotions or talking to someone, it could indicate that they're using it as an escape. Overall, recognizing these signs is the first step in addressing a screen addiction. If you notice these behaviors in your teen, it's important to take action and help them find healthier balance with their screen use. Depending on the severity of the symptoms, professional intervention might be required to help them learn skills to manage decreasing their screen use. However, there are ways as a parent that you can help too. So let's explore some strategies to manage and reduce their time online. The first strategy that you can try is setting clear boundaries. Set clear boundaries around screen use. This could include limiting screen time or establishing phone free zones or times like during meals or before bed. Consistency is going to be key to making these boundaries effective. And that could be something like from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., let's have family time where we all put away our phones and focus on spending time together. A second strategy would be encouraging offline activities. So, encourage your teen to participate in offline activities. Help them find and engage in activities that don't involve any screens. And this could be anything from sports, reading, art, music, spending time with their friends and family, anything. A third strategy is lead by example. Show your teen that you also value time away from your screens by putting your phone down and engaging in other activities. Demonstrate healthy screen habits yourself. Teens are a lot more likely to follow suit when they see their parents modeling behavior that they wish to instill in them. And you can just say, I'm going to put my phone away for the evening so we can all enjoy this family game night, right? Lead by example. A fourth strategy could be fostering open communication about screens. So have open and honest conversations about the effects of screen time. Listen to their experiences and their concerns without judgment. Encourage your teen to talk about their social media use and how it affects them. You can even discuss potential negative impacts, such as, impacts on their sleep, mood, and academic performance. See what they come up with. What do they notice? Ask them, how do you feel after spending a lot of time on social media? Let's talk about finding a good balance that makes you feel good. And a fifth strategy would be use monitoring tools. So you can utilize monitoring tools to track and manage screen time. Many devices have built in features that can help you set limits and monitor usage. Make use of those built in parental controls and third party apps to monitor your teen's screen time. And you can set daily or weekly limits, and you can even review their usage with them together. So you guys can set limits together. Addressing screens addiction is a process that requires patience and understanding. Remember, the goal is not to completely eliminate screens because that is not realistic, but we want to create a healthy balance by recognizing the signs and implementing these strategies so you can help your teen develop better habits and improve their overall well being. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more parenting tips. Feel free to share your thoughts and experience in the comments below. I will see you in the next one. Bye.